Hey everybody, Artie and Billy here at Striking Results Pro Shop at Pasadena, Texas at Armadillo Lanes to do the first look at the new Storm Summit. Billy, why don't you tell us about this ball?
So this ball, brand new entry from Storm, supposed to be one of the strongest to date. RG of 246, which is like as low as you can get, with an RG of 056, which is really going to, that combination is something that we really haven't seen. A lot of that's due to the new centripetal HD core, also with the AI kind of enhanced on that to kind of really get that RG lower and that dip a little bit higher. So Artie, what are you expecting?
Well, so it's an iteration off the Phase 2 cover stock, so I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to roll. Hybrid, symmetric, I mean, I love hybrids, so I kind of want to see something controllable. I want to see something that stores some energy and kind of see if it's there. So let's take a look.
All right, let's do it. First shot.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. All right, so I threw this a little bit, so I know I need to be a little bit more left than to get into more oil. So I'm gonna stand more left than my normal first aerial and see how it goes. So it's definitely slower than I would expect it for a hybrid. It is chuggy. It definitely has some strong roll to it, but it picked up a little sooner, so it's not as quick downlane that I expected.
Yeah, and like Artie was saying, you know, being a hybrid, you would think that would help it get down the lane, but that core, I think, is so strong, it's really wanting that ball to stand up and get started a little bit sooner. And also with the cover stock being the TX23, it's going to be a little bit stronger than like a Phase 2, so definitely want to see something more controllable than the Phase 2. So we'll throw our standard shot, just kind of see where we are. Pretty good, definitely got through the mid lane. Definitely was reading early. You could see the strength of the ball really wanting to go, but still with that hybrid cover stock, definitely still comes off of it and goes through the pins really well.
All right, so I'm probably gonna move just a tad left, getting a little bit more volume because that kind of shocked me a little bit. And I've threw this a couple of times, but it's just a lot earlier than I thought it would be. Yeah, about the same thing. So I probably still need to move a little bit more, just get around it just a touch more. It's picking up really, really early, which is really, really good when there's more volume and you just need the ball to move through all that mess. And it's definitely not having a problem making that corner. It's just I probably need to store a little bit more energy. So let's see.
All right. So I really think this ball is going to be like really versatile. There's a lot of talk that maybe overtaking the Phase 2 as one of the GOAT balls like on Sport Patterns. You know, obviously that's yet to be seen. So I'm gonna move a little left and throw a normal shot and see if it comes off of it. I'm gonna jump 3 left just to see. Still got around it just a little bit because I moved in, but definitely still came off of it really well.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk that this ball is compared to the Axiom and the Phase 2. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's going to be something that's going to be in between them. The Axiom, I think, is definitely going to be earlier. It's going to be that, you know, it's going to be a stronger cover stock, I think, as far as reading the lane sooner. And the Phase 2 is going to be weaker, going to get down longer. Even though it's a solid, I still think it gets down longer and has more pop on the back.
Well, you know, I actually threw it against the Phase 2, and I was surprised at how earlier like this ball was than my Phase 2. My Phase 2 was actually a little sharper on the back and got down a little bit further, so it stored up a little bit more energy, it seemed like, whereas this one wants to start rolling early and be a little bit smoother, but it's still plenty of energy. It's just doing it a lot earlier than I thought. Right. So let's see some more.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna make a bigger jump left instead of a baby move. So I'm just gonna get one whole zone left, maybe not get it out as far, and see how that looks. Yeah, so you saw it actually carry more energy. It was in more oil. I think I was just in no man's land with there's too much friction. This ball for me definitely needs higher volume. I don't think I'd be able to play it on like medium or maybe medium, but maybe not light. So yeah.
There you go. Let's go. So I'll tell you, one of the exciting things for me is whenever we do ball reviews, or anyone else does ball reviews, is that for me, I throw 14 pound, and a lot of times the RG and the diff is a lot different than the 15 pound, but on this ball, the RG and the diff is the same for 14, 15, and 16, which is something you never see. So for me, that's pretty amazing. Let's go a little more left, come around it just a little bit more, and see how it responds. So even though I get it to the friction, you can see it blended it very well. Didn't spark off of it too bad, really just went nice and still forward, and definitely look good going through the pins.
Nice. Yeah, so like Billy said, this one, you definitely want to see it wanting to start its move and start lining up a little earlier. It just wants to read that mid lane, which is really good. Yeah, so much better, so much better. You know, the lanes are a little broken down, but still, like, it has a place to blend it out, so that's really, really nice to see.
All right, let's go a little more left. Got to see what the ball can do and test its limits. So I'm going to stand on 30, which means I should end up around 43 or so. See what we got. That was out to the dry just a little quick, but either way, I know that if I get left that ball, once it comes off of it, it's still going to keep driving, which is still what I want to see, so that's okay.
Yeah. All right, one more for posterity. Let's see what me moving even more left looks like. So I'm going to move another zone in and see what happens. Just enough, just enough. Let's go. Let's do it. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of, you know, what we think it is and, you know, what we thought it was going to be. Again, that low RG really just wants to make that ball stand up a little bit early. Even being a hybrid, that core just wants to get going and that engine really wants to get started early. So, your thoughts?
I definitely agree with you. I think it's a heavier rolling ball than I expected. It starts up way sooner than I expected, but I mean, you see it doesn't lack for energy, so that's really a nice thing to see. Where it fits for me, it's probably when I need just a controllable piece when there's a lot of volume. Blending out's okay. I might be a little further left than I would like to be, but I'm not going to miss that transition because I'm following where that oil is going, so I kind of like that. For you, where's it fit?
For me, it's sometimes it's going to be the first ball out of the bag, but because generally if I'm moving left, I usually want to go with a solid that's going to blend the pattern a little bit better, you know, but honestly, this kind of blends the pattern pretty well, so I'm going to do some experimenting to see exactly, you know, how it fits during the transition. So, yeah, so, hey, if you like what we're doing, obviously hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Leave a comment below if you have a question or a comment about anything, and we'd be happy to answer. So, for Striking Results Pro Shop, I'm Billy.
Artie.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.